Hey everyone, and welcome back to Speak Smart Podcast. I'm Jane, and I'm super excited for today's episode because we're diving into something that I know so many of our listeners struggle with: real English conversation practice.
And I'm Lucy. You know, Jane, it's such a common pain point. You can study grammar, memorize vocabulary, ace your tests, but then you're faced with a native speaker, and suddenly your brain just freezes. It's like all that knowledge just vanishes into thin air.
Exactly. That fear of making mistakes, the pressure to respond quickly, or just not knowing what to say. It's a huge barrier. And finding consistent, patient conversation partners can be really tough, especially if you don't live in an English-speaking country.
Absolutely. I've heard countless stories from people who feel stuck. They've reached an intermediate level, but they can't break through to fluency because they lack that consistent, low-pressure environment to actually speak.
Well, today we're talking about a game changer. We're introducing you to Mr. English AI and the Easy English approach. This isn't just another language app. It's a dedicated AI-powered conversation partner designed to give you that authentic practice whenever you need it.
Mr. English AI, I love that name. It sounds so approachable, like a friendly tutor. So what exactly makes this different from, say, just talking to a chatbot or using a translation tool?
That's a great question, Lucy. The key difference is that Mr. English AI is specifically built for conversation practice. It's not just translating words. It's designed to understand context, engage in dynamic dialogue, and provide incredibly valuable feedback on your spoken English.
So it's like having a dedicated practice partner who's available 24/7 and never gets tired of listening to you stumble through a sentence?
Precisely. And without the judgment, which is huge for confidence. The Easy English methodology behind it really focuses on practical, everyday scenarios. It's not about complex grammar exercises. It's about helping you navigate real-life situations with ease.
That sounds incredibly helpful. I remember when I was learning Spanish, I could write perfectly, but the moment I had to order a coffee, my mind would just go blank. Having a tool that helps you practice those specific scenarios would have been a lifesaver.
Right? Imagine practicing ordering at a restaurant, asking for directions, or even discussing current events, all without the pressure of a real-time human interaction. You can pause, think, rephrase, and the AI is just patiently waiting.
And the feedback aspect, how does that work? Is it just telling you if you're right or wrong, or is it more nuanced?
It's much more nuanced. Mr. English AI listens to your pronunciation, analyzes your grammar, and even suggests better vocabulary choices to make your speech sound more natural. It's like having a personalized coach correcting you gently, in real time, or right after your turn.
Wow, that's powerful. Because sometimes you don't even know what you're doing wrong, you just know it doesn't sound quite right. This could really pinpoint those areas for improvement.
Exactly. It identifies those subtle errors that might make you sound unnatural or even unintelligible, and then it offers actionable advice. For instance, if you're consistently mispronouncing a certain vowel sound, it might highlight it and give you tips.
So, it's not just about getting the words out, but about getting them out correctly and naturally. That's the dream for so many learners.
It truly is. And another fantastic feature is the sheer variety of topics you can discuss. You're not stuck talking about the weather every single time. You can choose subjects that genuinely interest you, from hobbies to travel to technology.
That's brilliant because it keeps you engaged. If you're passionate about a topic, you're more likely to feel motivated to speak about it, even in a second language. Plus, it builds up your specialized vocabulary.
Totally. Imagine you're really into cooking. You can have a conversation about different recipes, ingredients, cooking techniques. Mr. English AI will respond intelligently, helping you practice that specific vocabulary in context.
And for people preparing for specific situations like a job interview or an upcoming trip, can it simulate those scenarios?
Absolutely. That's one of its core strengths. You can set up role-playing scenarios. Need to practice what you'd say to customs at the airport, or how to pitch yourself in an interview? Mr. English AI can become the customs officer or the hiring manager.
That takes away so much of the anxiety, because the first time you do something in real life, it can be terrifying. But if you've already rehearsed it multiple times, you go in with so much more confidence.
Exactly. It's like a safe sandbox for your English. You can make all your mistakes there, learn from them, and then when you face the real situation, you're not just prepared with vocabulary, but you're prepared mentally.
What about different accents or difficulty levels? Can you customize that?
Yes, you can, which is awesome. You can choose different accents to practice your listening comprehension and adjust the conversation speed and complexity. So if you're a beginner, it can speak more slowly and use simpler vocabulary. As you progress, you can ramp up the challenge.
That's fantastic, because for someone just starting out, being thrown into a fast-paced conversation with complex idioms can be incredibly discouraging. But a gradual increase in difficulty makes it feel achievable.
Right? It's about building confidence step by step. The easy English approach isn't about dumbing down the language, it's about making it accessible and building a strong foundation for natural communication.
I think one of the biggest challenges for learners is that they feel isolated. They might be the only one in their friend group or family trying to learn English, and they just don't have anyone to talk to. This solves that problem immediately.
Totally. It democratizes access to practice. Before, you either had to pay for expensive tutors, find patient language exchange partners, or just hope you ran into native speakers. Now, it's right there in your pocket whenever you have a few minutes.
And consistency is key in language learning. If you can squeeze in even 10 minutes of conversation practice every day, that adds up so much faster than waiting for a weekly class or a rare opportunity.
Absolutely. Those little bursts of practice are so effective. Instead of scrolling on your phone, you could be chatting with Mr. English AI about your day, getting instant feedback and improving your fluency without even realizing it's studying.
It really reframes language learning from a chore into something engaging and even fun. And I think that's where the easy English philosophy comes in. It makes it feel less like a struggle.
Exactly. It's about making the learning journey enjoyable and effective. By focusing on practical application, learners start to see real progress faster, which is incredibly motivating. They connect the dots between what they're learning and how they can use it in the real world.
I can imagine someone using this before a big trip, practicing asking for directions, ordering food, checking into a hotel. It would make the actual trip so much less stressful.
Oh, absolutely. And not just for travel. Think about someone who just moved to an English-speaking country for work or study. They need to integrate quickly, and this kind of tool can be their constant companion, helping them build confidence in everyday interactions.
It's bridging that gap between classroom learning and real-world communication. Because let's be honest, classroom English is often very different from how people actually speak.
So true. Real conversations are full of idioms, slang, natural pauses, and fillers. Mr. English AI is designed to simulate that. It doesn't just give you textbook-perfect responses. It interacts like a real person, using common conversational phrases.
That's crucial because sounding natural is often the hardest part. You don't want to sound like you're reading from a script.
Right. And it helps you develop that flow. You learn how to respond without overthinking, how to keep a conversation going, and how to introduce new topics. These are skills you only get through actual practice.
So, for anyone listening right now who's felt that frustration, that wall when it comes to speaking English, this sounds like it could be the solution they've been looking for.
It really is. It tackles that primary fear head-on by providing a safe, supportive, and endlessly patient environment. No more embarrassment, no more fear of judgment, just pure, unadulterated practice.
And the fact that it's always available is a game changer. Whether it's 3 a.m. and you suddenly feel like practicing, or you're on your lunch break, Mr. English AI is there.
It really makes consistency achievable. We know consistency is the secret sauce in language learning, and this tool just makes it so much easier to sprinkle that sauce into your daily routine.
It's exciting to think about the progress people can make with this. Imagine going from someone who can barely string a sentence together to holding confident conversations, all thanks to regular practice with a friendly AI.
It's truly empowering. It gives learners control over their speaking practice, allowing them to tailor it to their needs, their pace, and their interests. That kind of personalized learning is what accelerates fluency.
And it also means you're not just learning English, you're learning your English. The English you need for your life, your job, your passions.
Perfectly put, Lucy. So if you've been struggling to find consistent, effective, and non-judgmental English conversation practice, we highly recommend checking out Mr. English AI and experiencing the easy English approach.
It's time to stop just studying English and start speaking English. Break through that barrier and unlock your full potential.
You'll be amazed at how quickly your confidence grows and how natural your conversations become. So give it a try.
That's all for today's episode of Speak Smart Podcast. Thanks for tuning in, everyone.
Yes, thank you for joining us. We hope this has given you some great insights and perhaps a new tool to add to your language learning arsenal. Until next time, keep speaking smart.